Hi yogis, I'm Nicole. Welcome to My Yoga Time. Today's yin practice is a part of the Meridian series and we're focusing on the heart and the small intestine meridians. So the element associated with these meridians is that of fire. And with that in mind, we're going to practice Surya Mudra today. So you'll place the tip of your thumb on the second knuckle or phalange of your ring finger. So I will cue you to take this mudra throughout the class today. Now the small intestine and the heart energetically share similar attributes. They both rule the blood. Consider the heart as being the supreme manager. Its rhythm is our life giver and it oversees the body and the mind. Some even consider that the heart is where the soul resides. So when our heart chi is in balance, when it's flowing, we feel warm, nourished, joyful and peaceful. So the energy of the small intestine is that of discernment. Here we sort out what is beneficial, what is important, and that which is disposable on all levels in the body and the mind. So consider that the small intestine is likened to the office manager. It sends the nourishing energy to the heart for circulation through the whole body and determines what is non-beneficial, and the non-beneficial elements are sent to the large intestine for elimination. So there are 9 acupressure or acupuncture points relating to the heart meridian. Today we're focusing on point 7, which is known as the spirit gate. So on the crease of your wrist, on the pinky side of the hand, just feeling for that slight depression, that tender spot, and then applying a little bit of pressure. So this point is said to connect the soul's intention through the passageway of the heart. For many with these acupressure points, they can feel a little tender. This point is said to be therapeutic for anxiety, for depression, and also good for our circulation. I'm going to change sides, but of course if you need more time there, please take it. And relax. So there are 19 pressure points or acupuncture points for the small intestine meridian. Today we're working with number 3. So again, working with the hands on the pinky side once again. Just running your finger down along the bottom side of the pinky finger, in between where the tone of the skin changes color. And you should feel a slight depression and again a little tenderness. So this point is known as the black ravine, and it also crosses the heart line as well. Said to be therapeutic for gas, bloating, constipation, diarrhea. Taking longer there if you need. I'm going to change sides. So again, just tracing down the side of the pinky finger, finding that depression. And let's release. So for this practice, I do have 2 blocks close by. I've also got a bolster. There will be an option for one posture to use a bolster if you have one, or you can improvise with a rolled up towel or a pillow. But I will be giving you an alternative, so you don't even need that prop. If you don't have one, don't worry. We're going to start seated. Now I'm sitting up on my block. Do make yourself comfortable. Take the hands behind you, interlace those fingers, and take the arms over to the left. Turning the head to the left, looking over the shoulder. And then dropping the ear towards the shoulder. So you're lifting the chin on a diagonal. We won't be holding this one for too long. Consider it more of a neck stretch than a yin pose. And I do encourage you to place the tip of the tongue where the teeth meet the roof of the mouth. Keeping the jaw relaxed. And feeling a slight tone through the back of the throat. And follow your next inhalation, bring the head back to center, we'll change sides. Finding that diagonal lift through the chin. You should feel it too intensely, hopefully, from the jaw down to the collarbone. And let's release, bring that head back to center. So coming over onto all fours now, we're going to practice our puppy pose. So keeping those hips nice and high, we'll extend the arms in front. Hands can either come as wide as the mat. Forehead's going to meet the mat, if not your block. If you are nursing a shoulder injury, you can practice one arm at a time. So make a pillow with one hand and extend the other arm out. Alternatively, bring those elbows a little closer. Hands coming into prayer above the head. Feeling the in-breath creating space in the upper body. Feeling the ribs expand. And I encourage you at the top of each and every inhalation to pause, to hold the breath just for a few counts before you exhale very slowly. So if you are doing one hand at a time, changing sides now. And on your next inhalation, lifting up out of the pose. So next posture, I will use the bolster. If you don't have one, you can thread the needle for me. So taking the right arm underneath the left, bringing the ear to the mat or your block if you need. You might choose to keep that left elbow pointing to the ceiling or extend the arm in front. Of course, feel free to take Surya mudra here, placing tip of the thumb to the ring finger. If there's any discomfort in your neck, then do come out of the pose and skip that one. If you do have a bolster, I'll get you to lay on your right side. You're going to thread your right arm and make sure that your shoulder meets the mat. If your neck and head need support, block underneath. So left arm is coming over top, or if that shoulder's in any sort of discomfort, those hands can come together. And again, option to take your mudra. And of course, if you're in this position and your hips need support, you can always place a block in between your thighs. Observing the body rise and fall with the breath. Relaxing the lower back. And on your next inhalation, lifting up out of the pose. So if you're threading the needle, changing sides. If you're on the bolster, left hip now, threading your left arm, right arm overhead. Taking one more breath. Follow your next inhalation out of the pose. So next position, coming into your supported fish pose. If you've got the bolster there already, you might choose just to lay over the bolster. I personally prefer the blocks for this one. So your blocks, you could use two if you need to support the head and neck. One is underneath the shoulder blades, one underneath the head. And if you're wanting to go deeper, you can always remove the one under the head, allowing the head to meet the mat. Be sure to take the arms out to the side, palms to face the ceiling, and find your mudra. And just imagine here that you're breathing directly in and out of the heart center. And while you're here to help cultivate a happy heart, I ask that you consider something or someone that you're grateful for. What makes your heart smile? And then without attaching to that person or the situation, just focusing on that gratitude. Begin to inhale that energy into the heart center. Taking one more breath. When you're ready, bend those knees. If you need to, tuck in the chin, come halfway up to seated to remove your prop. Otherwise, just rolling to your side. We'll just take a brief moment here with those knees bent, feet wide, knees falling into touch. Just feeling the meeting points between the upper back and the mat. Noticing any newfound space. And inhale that sense of gratitude, of joy, into this newfound space behind the heart. Well done, yogis. Let's roll over onto your navel now for your next pose. So some of you might like to have a block close by. So crossing your right arm in front of your left, make sure the arms aren't in front of the jawline, bring them back. Walk the hands away as far as you can. Option to rest your right ear on the bicep, or a little stronger if you bring the body forward, rest the forehead on your block. Palms can face up or down. If you are turning them up, you might like to take your mudra once again. Just allowing the feet and the buttocks to relax. Breathing in and around the heart center. Exhaling any tension in the shoulders, any heaviness in the heart. On your next inhalation, unraveling those arms. Turn the head to one side, let your arms rest next to the body, palms to face the ceiling. And then moving to the other side. Left arm crossed in front of the right this time. Hands walking away. Either left ear to the bicep or bring the body forward, find your block, or maybe your forehead's resting with ease on the mat. Keeping the jaw relaxed. One more breath. Following your next inhalation out of the pose, unraveling the arms, turning the head to one side once again, palms to face the ceiling. So when you're ready, lifting up. Next posture will be a laying chest opener. Now, depending on what's going on in your shoulders, I'll give you a few alternatives. I want you to find the position that is most comfortable. So, option 1, take your right arm out to the side, keep a right angle in the arm. You can bend your left leg, and maybe use your hand as a pillow. If you can go a little bit further, you're going to roll onto your right hip instead, bringing your ear to the mat. Of course, if this is too strong, bring the forehead back to the mat or take that right hand a little bit higher. Otherwise, the elbow is in line with your shoulder. Left hand can rest here, or you can take the hand to the low back. And of course, if this laying option is not suitable for you, you can always position yourself close to the wall. And either sitting or standing, taking that arm behind you, palm to face the ceiling, pinky finger to the wall. You'll gently look over your shoulder. Depending on where you've placed your arms, you might be able to take your mudra once again. And following your next inhalation out of the pose. So option just to come to your knees and change sides, or maybe you would like a brief downward facing dog. And bringing your left hip down, left arm out to the side. Or of course, changing your position on the wall. You might find that you're doing the laying chest opener on one side, using the wall on the other side. And that is okay. Nurture your body wherever you are at right now. following your next inhalation out of the pose, you can simply roll over onto your back. Have your blocks close by. Coming into supported bridge pose, so either one block on the flat side, you might like to take it to the second height, or if you do have two blocks, you can stack them both on the flat side on top of one another. Making sure the blocks are underneath the back of your hips, your sacrum. It's pressing into the vertebrae, they might be a touch too high. We'll turn those palms to face the ceiling, finding your mudra once again. And just observing the body rise and fall with the ebb and flow of your breath. So for the next few moments here, I'm going to count your breaths. So we look to balance the heart rate variability. We're going to inhale to the count of 5, just pausing for a moment or two, and then exhaling for 5. When you're ready, let's breathe out together. And inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Return to your natural breath. I'm just inviting a little movement here for your last few breaths, only if the shoulders permit, of course. Inhaling the arms above the head and exhaling to lower them down. Try to begin the breath before the movement. Keeping the arms down now. Next inhalation, pick up the hips and the heels together. Remove your blocks and lower down one vertebrae at a time. When you touch down, cupping the hands over the knees, arms as straight as you inhale, simply bend the elbows as you exhale. If you need longer with this motion, please take it. Otherwise, we'll move into Shavasana. And you might even like to place blocks underneath your thighs. Otherwise, just let those legs fall heavy. Shoulders tucking under. Option to take your mudra once again. softening the forehead and the temple. Tongue and jaw relaxed. And as you drift into Shavasana, you might like to tune into that sense of gratitude, that sense of joy that you cultivated earlier in the class. And inhale this energy into your spacious body, quiet mind, open heart. Let's inhale a little deeper now. Begin to swallow if the mouth is dry. Wiggle toes and fingers. Feel free to stretch if the urge arises. And when you're ready, rolling to your side and finding your way up to seated. I hope you enjoyed today's practice, yogis. If so, please do subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to support free yoga on YouTube. Wishing you a lovely day.